So we are going to make the exercise number 3. I'm just opening, so it will be Origami Pleated structure 3 by series, and I'm going to use what we've done on number 13.2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase this part where we have extruded, and also the merge and the lines. I'm going to put all this on first of all. Okay, so this part I'm going to delete, but I'm going to keep the point. So I'm going to move the points here. So this is our starting point. The height, we are going to use it later. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the diagram so you can understand what we are going to do, and then I will start. Okay, so sorry, as you saw it, we have done this structure, this origami. Going to put like in dot. Okay, so this is what we add. We add point A, we have point C, we have point B. Okay, the series, here they are. And now what we are going to do is slightly different. Well, I'm going to create 3 more points, so A, B, C. We can call this, let me move it down, we can call it D, E, F, for example. So D, E, and F. And what we are going to do in reality, okay, is going to be something like this. So I'm going to keep the vertical, the C, the B, the second vertical. I'm going to have now 2 lines in point D, E, A, C, B, and we are going to have a third point that is going to move up or toward us. That is going to be F. Okay, so the idea is to make this origami module, but using this series. So the first thing I have to do is I have to put A and B and transform them into D and E, or into delta and echo. Okay, so there is several ways to do it. Okay, I'm going to do 2 different ways so you can see how we can do it. So I'm going to vector, I'm going to deconstruct these points, and then I'm going to reconstruct it. So X and Y are going to be the same, and the height is going to be given by this variable. Okay, so this is one way. The other way is move. Okay, we can move. What do I want to move? I want to move points B according to a Z axis that has this height. Okay, so here we have the points. So I'm going to get this and this, copy paste, I'm going to connect them, and I'm going to rename them. So this is going to be D, and this one E. Okay, so ED, and I can copy these two, copy paste to the front here. I'm going to move this a little slightly, select all of them, align vertically, align to the left. Okay, here they are. So D is this one, and E in this one. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we saw two different ways to move this coordinate up: constructing, deconstructing points, or using a vector to move it. Okay, you can use the same way I did it. You can use just this or just this, as you choose. Now, we had previously a variable or a value that was the true AC segment, which we get the radius. So I'm going to copy it here, and I'm going to use it now. AC is going to be equals to dF. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw two spheres. Okay, I'm going to draw a sphere in point D, and I'm going to draw another sphere in point A. Both spheres are going to use the same radius. Okay, I'm going here in the corner to make high quality. And I'm going to ask the intersection of both series. Now, as a result, what I'm going to get, in fact, is a circle. So let me change color and let me try to make this line. Okay, and then color again, make here a circle. Okay, this circle in reality is the intersection of these two spheres, and F is going to be a point around here. Now CF is exactly the height. Okay, so let us do first is I want to go to intersection, physical, BRIP. Okay, so BRIP means boundary representation. Okay, these are boundaries, that is surface representation. So first sphere, second sphere, and as a result we are going to get a circle. Okay, so let me hide this. Here they are, the circles. Now, from point C, I'm going to create another circle, or sorry, another sphere. So copy paste. I'm going to use this sphere, and this sphere is going to have the radius equals to the height. So CF, it's going to be the same. Now, when these spheres intersect this BRIP, I will have my point. Okay, so this now is a circle, this is a BRIP. So if you want to shortcut, you can make BRIP, circle, intersection, BCX. Okay, so this is my BRIP, this is my circle, and we have 2 points. Now the point that we want is the point that is, let me Let us choose this part, space, and select this. This will make a zoom centered on the selected components. Okay, like this, I can make my zoom and I can orbit nicely. Now, point C is on the back. This means that point F has to be toward us. So let me ask for the points. Okay, display vector points list. Okay, I don't have curves, I just have points. And I'm going to make a number slider from 1 to 5 with 2 decimal places. And then I will adjust the size. Okay, no need to adjust. So my point is 1. Okay, I'm going to click here and ask for list item. Okay, now this one by default is 0, so I'm going to double click, start quotation, 1 end quotation, and then I will click here. So if I hide this point and if I hide this, I'm only going to get this one. Perfect. So these circles I'm going to hide, and theoretically I have it all. This is point F, so I can make copy paste, connect this, specify F. Okay, A and B I didn't use, so I can move them. Maybe C, I'm going to copy paste, so I left point C here, D and E, copy paste, and I'm going to move also forward. Okay, I'm going to align them, give more space, justify, okay, and I'm going to make this, and I'm going to move this slightly back so we can see which part. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 surfaces. So I'm going to surface, freeform, and I'm going to choose 4-point surface. Okay, so 4 points. Okay, copy, 1, 2, 3, 4. Move this down, connect, select, like this. Now, what I can see here is that the 4 surfaces have in common point C. So, point C is going to be the first one in all my surfaces. Then I notice that point D and E are common to these two. So the upper part I'm going to connect 2 times D. I'm going to connect 2 times D. 1, 2, and then 2 times E. 1, 2. Okay, so 1 for A, 1 for and F, also these two. So 1 for A, 1 for F, the second for F, and the third for B. Okay, let us see here. Perfect, excellent. Okay, here we have our origami. Now we can join all of this, or we can leave the code here. Now I like to have all these organized. I'm going to connect with merge, and then I'm going to join BRIP. So I'm going here to Surface, Utilities, BRIP join. Here it is. And I'm going to Parameters. Here I'm going to connect to see how this is organized. Now what I see here is I have a lot of stuff in different branches or folders, as I like to call them. So I'm going to flat all this. So when I flat, as they are on the same level, they are going to be all joined. So all the parts disappear, and now I just get an open BRIP. So let me hide this. Okay, perfect. Now, as I told you previously, if we want to apply some colors, display, custom, here, my geometry, parameters, input, color swatch, connect the color here, change this one, let me put light blue. I'm going to give some transparency, really light one, so I can see this part. Accept. Now I don't need this. Okay, now let us see if everything is working. Now, one thing, as I want to have all my variables together in order to change. I'm going to create a number, and I'm going to call it this height. Okay, I'm going to connect this here. I'm going to make the hidden connection. I'm going to click Control Shift, and I'm going, okay, it's not letting me. No. Control Shift. No, I was trying to make here. Okay, it's not letting me, so I'm going to connect here. There is a combination that allows us to move this in order, but now there is a problem and I'm not being able, so I will do it manually, as they are not a lot. Here my height, this one I will move up. Here. Okay, perfect. I'm going to zoom. I'm going to test here the movements. Okay, so when I get to 0, perfect. Okay, this is getting slightly slow. I think is making, okay, several operations with the video recording. So now let me open it. Okay, so it's letting me going up, and when I get to 0, yes, I have the problem. Well, I was expecting this. So I did this on purpose. Why? Because here we need to create a condition. Now, let me see this one. Okay, so here I have a void. Okay, I'm going to ask here to simplify them. Alt to drag. And perfect. Now, condition. So math, I want this. This is my condition. I'm going to call here, I'm going to double click and I'm going to call move in small letters, so it will be the percentage. Okay, let me see, now I think, yes, move. Now the condition is, if move equals to 0, I have to choose one option. If it is different, I will choose another option. Okay? So let me put like this. If move equals to 0, I'm going to choose 0 else 1. Okay, so I'm going here. I'm going to create a number so I can grab from here. I'm going to say move percentage, disconnect, not disconnect, hide, move down, and I'm going to put here. Okay, now I'm going to get points C, copy, and okay, I'm going to copy these ones, copy paste. I'm going to connect this one. Now what I'm doing is, if the move percentage is 0, the F points are exactly here on the top. When this is bigger, I can have them here. So if I decided to merge, okay, they are in a graph mode, so I'm going to see how they are. Sorry, copy paste. Okay, they are also in graph mode. Perfect. So I'm going to merge. Now I'm going to merge first this one, and then I'm going to merge this. Copy paste here. Now in reality, the one I have to merge is this. I have to filter them, so they are going to be filtered here. Okay, so 0, null. Now if my movement is 0, I'm going to choose the 0 one. So I'm going to copy paste here the list item. My list is going to be, okay, I'm going to delete this. So list item. So what I'm going to do is, now this is the list I want to see. these two. This is going to give me my index, and this is going to be point F. See? It worked. So here I just create a condition. Okay? And this condition in reality is verifying the movement percentage. If the movement percentage is 0, we have to use this point F defined here. If my move is bigger than 0, I'm going to choose by here. Okay, either way I will have a solution. Okay, and this connects directly to that. So you can grab this and move it slightly down. Now let us see if I change the movement percentage. See, it works. All the values. So the problem that I was supposed to have disappeared using this technique. I'm going to hide everything, and I'm just going to let this preview mode to finish. Now, to finish this, sorry, we have to save it. So File, Save As, and I'm going to write it as it should be. Exercise 13.3 minus student number minus student name. Okay, so I'm going to copy it, save, and then File, Export High Resolution Image. Now here I'm just going to delete it, this part, and say OK. So we just finished for today. Hope you like it. Oh, now it's saved. So bye, see you in the next video.